What happens when love clashes with faith? You Can Live Forever is a powerful lesbian movie that explores this question in an emotional and intimate way. It follows the story of a teenage girl who falls in love with someone from a strict religious community where being true to yourself comes with painful consequences. This movie is not just about romance, it's about identity, belief, and the struggle for acceptance. With its heartfelt performances and a story that feels deeply personal, this is a must-watch for anyone who loves moving LGBTQ stories. You Can Live Forever is a Canadian lesbian movie that was released in 2022. The movie stars Anwen O'Driscoll as Jaime, a teenage girl who finds herself in an unfamiliar world, and June Laporte as Marike, a devoted Jehovah's Witness who tries to balance her faith with her feelings. The movie was written and directed by Sarah Watts and Mark Slutsky, and it beautifully captures the emotional intensity of lesbian love and the challenges of growing up in a strict religious community. Jaime, a teenage girl from Thunder Bay, Ontario, is sent to live with her relatives in a small town in Quebec, home to a devout Jehovah's Witness congregation. After the passing of her father, she has no personal connection to the faith, but goes along with it out of respect for her aunt and uncle, who are deeply committed believers. For Jaime, this new environment feels restrictive and unfamiliar, filled with strict religious practices, community gatherings, and constant reminders that faith should dictate every aspect of life. At first, she observes the rituals with quiet detachment, unwilling to stir up conflict, but also struggling to feel at home. Everything changes when she meets Marike, a devoted Jehovah's Witness who has spent her entire life following the rules of the church. Unlike Jaime, Marike has never questioned the teachings she grew up with. She is obedient, well-liked, and expected to eventually marry a man within the faith. But from the moment Jaime and Marike meet, something shifts. Jaime is drawn to Marike's quiet strength and sincerity, while Marike is captivated by Jaime's free-spirited nature and curiosity. They find excuses to spend time together, sneaking away from religious gatherings to talk and share their thoughts. Their connection grows stronger with each conversation, and soon their friendship blossoms into something deeper, something neither of them fully understands, but both desperately want to hold on to. As their bond intensifies, their stolen moments become more intimate. In secret, they share longing glances, whispered words, and the kind of affection that goes beyond simple friendship. But in a world where same-sex relationships are seen as a sin, their love becomes a dangerous secret. Marike struggles with guilt, torn between the emotions she can't suppress and the teachings that have shaped her entire life. She prays for guidance, hoping to silence the feelings that threaten to consume her, but being with Jaime makes her feel something she has never felt before. Something real, something that feels like truth. Jaime, on the other hand, begins to realize that she can't stay in a community that rejects who she truly is. She questions whether faith should come at the cost of happiness, and wonders if love can ever exist freely in a place that sees it as wrong. Unlike Marike, she doesn't carry the same deep-rooted beliefs, making it easier for her to imagine a life outside the church. But for Marike, leaving is not so simple. She has been raised to believe that salvation depends on her faithfulness, and the idea of stepping away from it all is terrifying. The thought of disappointing her family, her friends, and even God weighs heavily on her. Their secret relationship soon comes under threat when rumors start spreading in the community. The closer they get, the harder it becomes to hide their love. They begin to feel the watchful eyes of those around them, family members who suspect, elders who grow wary. Every small gesture, every lingering glance becomes dangerous. The pressure builds, and soon they are faced with an impossible decision: continue to fight for their love or surrender to the expectations of their faith and community. Jaime desperately wants to build a future with Marike, believing that love should not come with shame or fear. She dreams of leaving together, starting fresh in a place where they can be themselves. But for Marike, the idea of turning her back on everything she has ever known is overwhelming. She clings to her faith, hoping for a way to reconcile her love for Jaime with the rules of the church. But the weight of expectation is crushing, and soon, the pressure becomes too much. As their world starts to close in on them, Jaime and Marike must face a painful question. Is love worth it if it means losing everything else? Their secret can no longer stay hidden as rumors spread, leading to tough choices. The emotional climax of the movie pushes them to a heartbreaking moment, forcing them to decide between their love and their future. Will they take a chance and go against everything they have ever known, or will fear and pressure pull them apart? The weight of their decision is heavy, and their emotions feel real and deep. The ending leaves the audience with a lasting sadness, a reminder of how hard it can be to love openly in a world that doesn't accept it. But it also shows the strength of love and the courage it takes to be true to yourself. In an epilogue set a couple of years later, a college-aged Jaime returns to the small town and is picked up at the train station by Marike, who now has a baby son. Jaime meets Marike's son, Luca, and tells her that she traveled to Europe as the pair had previously talked about. At the end of the movie, when Jaime is about to get out of the car, Marike stops her, answering no when Jaime asks, "Not gonna let me go?" A single tear rolls down Jaime's cheek, leaving the audience with a bittersweet ending. You Can Live Forever is more than just a love story. It's a movie that highlights the struggles many LGBTQ people face in religious communities. For many lesbians, especially those raised in strict faith-based environments, the fear of rejection and isolation is very real. This movie sheds light on that experience with honesty and sensitivity. By focusing on a Jehovah's Witness community, the movie brings attention to the difficult choices that queer individuals often have to make, choosing between love and the only life they've ever known. Many viewers may relate to Marike's inner conflict, feeling torn between what they've been taught and what their heart tells them. Jaime, on the other hand, represents the courage it takes to stand up and say, "This is who I am, and I deserve to be happy." The movie also touches on the importance of finding people who support you. While Jaime struggles with her own grief and loneliness, she also learns that she deserves love without shame. The story encourages people to embrace their true selves, even when the world around them makes it difficult. Movies like You Can Live Forever play an important role in LGBTQ representation. They help break the silence around difficult topics, offering a voice to those who feel unheard. They remind us that love is universal and that no one should have to choose between their identity and acceptance. You Can Live Forever is a deeply emotional and beautifully crafted movie that captures the intensity of love and the heartbreaking reality of forbidden romance. With its honest storytelling and strong performances, it's a movie that stays with you long after you've watched it. If you're looking for a lesbian movie that is both romantic and thought-provoking, this one is definitely worth your time. It's not just about love, it's about identity, courage, and the difficult choices that come with being true to yourself. What do you think of this movie? Share your thoughts in the comments and let's discuss. Like and subscribe for more videos about women loving women.